Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Nice trade yesterday from you can see buy zone here to the sell zone on Nasdaq. Nice profits here. You can see easy trade, like almost 1.7% profits here. And if you buy 3x leverage ETF, that's almost, I would say, 5% profit, right? Easy trade, and you can see it touches perfectly on the red line, which is a resistance line. These are three standard deviation now going lower to bottom line. So you can see it's like very easy to make money here. From there to here, almost down 0.83%, and we have a little bit more left to go. We're already down 0.55% futures. So if it comes to this zone, which is around 21,650, Nasdaq futures from where they are right now, maybe a little lower, around 0.33% lower. So let's say around 0.9% lower. That's an area you want to be starting to build a position for long. And that's about it. So buy here, sell here, and just rinse and repeat. And even Bitcoin, you can see here Bitcoin had a nice pump from here to sell area. You can see buy zone here around 95,334 to the sell area, around 98,394, around 3.2% pump, then a dump again to this white line, which is a neutral line. All right, this is a neutral line, so dump to a neutral line, then gone back again up again, then from there now going back to the buy zone. So buy zone on Bitcoin is anywhere from 96,925 and below. All right, so this is the area you want to be buying a long position. This is only for day trading, guys, only for 1 day trade and quick trades. Okay, you take profit and run away. It's not a long-term analysis, just for 1 day. And if you want to know more about this, actually this for Bitcoin I share for free screenshots in my Discord channel. You can join the Discord channel, link is in the description. And if you want levels for Nasdaq, S&P 500, Dow Jones, and Russell, or any stocks I'm buying, or any commodities, then you have to join the private member, and there's also a join button in the description. When you join it, let me know your user ID and I will add you to members only group where I share these levels and stocks I'm buying. For example, I bought Royal Bank yesterday. Why? Because it was in buy zone. You can see here. So I bought. So looking for a quick bounce, and then probably gonna get back to Nasdaq today to see probably buy three T triple Qs again. Yesterday I had a massive profit on T triple Q. You can see here it was up 3.5%. So I took a lot of profit yesterday. I was sharing, if you watched my video yesterday, I sold around 2.6 profit. It still went higher. Why? Why to just keep till the end? Just sell it when I can, and now it's going lower. So it's getting ready to buy again. So we'll see. We'll take that trade again when it comes back lower in this zone. All right, guys, let's go and do long-term analysis. Please hit the like button, guys, as I'm going through analysis. I will really appreciate. Just hit the thumbs up button. Only takes 1 second to hit the thumbs up button. I really appreciate that. All right, so this is US 500. If you're a bull, we're going to touch 6,400. If you're a bear, we're going to go touch 5530. Both will be touched. I just don't know when. So this area, for some reason, if we come here, that's a good area to buy. And RSI, either we will wait for RSI to go to green line or to the red line to short, green line to buy again. So we'll keep an eye on this, and I'll share this with you uh, every video. All right, so cycle analysis, what's it saying? It's saying we're looking for a cycle low, all right? Looking for this bottom to form. I don't know how deep this pullback is going to be. I think it's going to be minor pullback and then bounce. It could go as low as here, okay? You can see this big gap here, but I don't know. It doesn't look like, because we don't have a lot of time left in this cycle to end. So let's see if we're going to go back down, how deep this pullback. And you can see on MES, we're already getting that pullback. All right, so let's see. I think it's going to probably most likely be bought and going to be bouncing from there. Nasdaq, same thing. If you keep that cycle in analysis mind, look to buy this tip for a bounce. On NDX, there's a gap right here yesterday. Actually, one other thing on SPX and NDX, there was a gap. If I go to 1 hour chart, we gapped up. Okay, so this gap is not filled even on NDX. So most likely they want to try to fill this gap. So let's see this gap. I cannot predict it here. This is futures, and let's try to assume SPY. Okay, SPY will tell us. If I go to regular trading hours, you can see SPY can tell us SPY is here. Still, this gap, it's entering this gap zone. All right, and triple Qs is also entering this gap zone. So we had a gap up yesterday. Now we're going a gap down today. So probably they're going to try to fill this gap. and that could be an area to get ready to get long and buy ETFs you like. All right, so that's what it is right now. Dow Jones also, it's already opening on a gap fill. So there was also a gap. You can see 1 hour chart. It was also, oh, actually that gap is filled. So I did not delete it. So we can delete it. And IWM is also, there was no gap on IWM. So it's also opening on a big gap down. Probably they're going to go try to fill this bigger gap here. So just keep that in mind. We'll see how things shape up. And that's about it. Bitcoin getting rejected on this moving averages, red and yellow lines. Let's see if it got a 9 counts buy signal. Just consolidating forever here, right? So if it comes back to this 90 zone, look to buy in this yellow box. Ethereum also getting a 9 counts buy signal, struggling. All depends on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin can break out, it will break out. Else, if it fails, we're going to here 2236. So keep that in mind, all right? Same thing if we go higher, we're going to fill this 3308 gap. And BTC, I have this gap around 77K, which is bothering me. So we'll see when and if we reach there. Toronto Stock Exchange looking good, looking higher. Hang Seng Index, buy the dip, look to buy the dip here. And bond market weaker, that's not good news, going below moving averages. Really needs to pick up here. Okay, another support is this 20 moving average white line. I think they're trying to fill some gap here. You can see this gap up here happen. They are now opening on a gap. You can see this yellow line here. That's what it is. So trying to fill that gap. So that's what they're doing. And in terms of commodities, natural gas is actually, this gap is filled, so we can delete this. Now could still go lower. One more low can happen. So keep that in mind to fill these couple of gaps. And crude oil looking very good. Finally, V-shaped recovery here. Okay, this was a breakdown. This was looks like a stop rate. They were trying to bounce from here, but this was a stop rate and now going higher. All right, this gap around 79.83 is a target, so it can still go there. CNQ tried to recover, but still very weak compared to other stocks, Suncor and XLE. But let's see if it can recover here. And XLE, you can see very, very bullish. This gap down here, they're opening on this gap, and then Suncor was very bullish above all moving averages, looking very healthy for new all-time high. So let's see if that can happen today. Gold, just little cooling down. 9 count sell signal yesterday is just consolidating. Could go lower to fill this gap, so keep that in mind. Silver is a bit weaker than gold. Coming back to these moving averages, let's see if it can bounce from here. Copper, nice pullback, getting an 8 count sell signal. Could afford to come back lower as long as it's above these previous high around 4.23. It's by the dip. Sugar again, left shoulder, head, right shoulder going higher. So probably going to go easily around 21.24, looking to go higher. Wheat is also by the dip. As long as it's above blue lines, look to buy it on all the dip. Corn is very aggressive, again by the dip. And then dollar just consolidating, um, looking healthy here as well. In terms of FANG stocks, little down today pre-market. Apple looks like it wants to go fill this gap around 223, so probably gonna go back here. Meta is, oh my god, just exponential. I don't know what to say. Just keep going, very, very oversold. You can see light green background. I'm just gonna stay way away from Meta. Netflix also stay away. Amazon was up almost 1.7%. Earnings gap down. I don't know which way it's gonna go. Couple of gaps down, couple of gaps up. Google could be a good buy. Um, but it's entering this big gap. Okay, so let's see. I will really like to buy around this gap around 177 if I can. Microsoft also this gap up yesterday, trying to fill that gap. So most of these stocks which open on a gap up are trying to fill that gap, except um, NVDA now cooling down a bit in front of this resistance. Moving averages down 1%. It could come back down all the way to 118 to fill that gap. So that would be very bearish for stock market if that happens. AVGO looking okay. Tesla also going down around the support area, coming 322, 332, and then 344. They're all these gap fills. So let's see if it comes back down. That's an area you want to buying. That's where probably this 200 moving average will be coming. If that does not hold, then we're going to this gap 258, then this gap around 230. So a lot of gaps for Tesla to fill. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay, so that's about it. And then one of my subscribers wants to check Zscaler. So let's look ZS. So you can see Zscaler in above all moving averages. So it's entering some resistance on daily. Okay, so this is a minor resistance here on daily. This whole area is like a resistance here. All right, and if you like drag this, you can see here. But bigger picture, weekly chart. There's not a lot of data here, so I cannot really do a lot of charting here. But this is what weekly is also. Here is also a resistance area. You can see if I drag this here a little lower, you can see this whole area, like this area can also act as a resistance. So resistance here, move prices above all moving averages. On daily chart, it's looking good. Price is higher, no divergence. I think it can still go higher. If it breaks out above 221, look for next resistance around 250s. Okay. And VIX is right now here. Eventually, it will fill this gap at 27. I don't know when, but if it goes down, then S&P 500 can go higher. If it goes to 14, inversely, if it goes to 27, then we're gonna start getting this correction. We'll see how things go. We'll keep an eye. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Please hit the like button on your way out, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.